Welcome to episode 287 of the Bear Trap on the Boom Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today got a little Christmas or early Christmas treat, I should say. The NFL put the film up early, so I guess I'll be doing some film. So today, we're going to look at the Bears, sacks against, Deshaun Watson. Obviously, we had a big win, and a big part of that was the ineffectiveness of the Texans offense, especially early on. And what I predicted would be due to the coverage. We know that the Texans came in without a lot of their top options at receiver and running back. So figured that's how it would be, and that's kind of how it played out. So just want to take a look at that pressure. So anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So there's 6 sacks. This first one is 1st and 10. We're in the second quarter, actually. So at this point, we're only up by 14-7. So there's a play action here. And they send Kuti down. I believe that's him. Whoever it is flying down the field. But it's a play action. Looked like a 2, maybe 3-man route if the back leaks out. But 2 receiver route. You're going to have this post straight down the middle. And then just out route. Which wasn't horrible. But the coverage took it deep. Somebody came up onto the running back. In the out route, I'm assuming he was probably under pressure by that time, but we'll see. So anyway, they play action, the split zone. They got double coverage back there or on the block. And really nothing was happening. Whoever this is petty. And you know what? That's Laramie Tunsil. That's the big the big payday left tackle that people tell me is one of the best tackles in the league. Yeah, right. Sorry, just never been a fan of him. Like, okay, we see Tunsil engage initially. Nichols just continue, and Tunsil just watches it happen. He watches the entire time Deshaun Watson just gets sacked. Honestly, you had, 6-man protection on that? Both tight ends stayed in. We didn't do anything special. We really got no rush. Nichols just continued with the effort. That's sad. If I'm Deshaun Watson and I see that in film, I'm cursing him out. That's terrible. Wow. So 2nd and 21. I think this might be back-to-back plays. So they're out of empty, pushed up against their own end zone. Ends up being a safety by Mac. And much like the rest of the team, people are celebrating how great Mac was against the Houston Texans. Injured Houston Texans. But, yeah, anyway. It looked like we rushed 4. Nope, we ended up rushing 5. No, we rushed 4 because Quinn dropped off. I mean, we know this offensive line is not good, but that's just good technique by Roquan and everybody. Fulton, I believe that's his name. He sees Mac and catches him, but just does not move his feet. Mac does a good job ripping up to the ear and just feet towards the quarterback. Same thing with Roquan Smith. They was just clapping over Deshaun Watson. He's like, dude, I'm trying to get up. That was funny. All right, 3rd quarter, 2nd and 7. So play action, very similar, actually darn near same setup as last time. It started off as a double post. I don't know if that was supposed to be a double move or what's going on, but all these are covered. And I don't get that, man. And unless they're like in a blitz look or something, I never understand the 2-person routes. because you play action, you got all these blockers, but there's nothing open downfield. And Jenkins does a good job with his pursuit. And this is barely a sack but I guess it technically goes down as one. Well, I wouldn't say barely, but he just kind of gives himself up. And that's sad. This O-line has like very little effort. Second effort, I should say. The initial block is there, but then they just kind of sit back and watch it happen. All right, 4th and 7. We're in the third quarter. And so far, all the sacks have been pretty much just like these 2-man routes. So now, full routes out here. Everybody's pretty covered. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Shelly's in. I was confused. Who was that? It looks like Jalen Johnson's not in at this point, because this looks like Tolver. But anyway, it looks like a cover 3 look. I mean, everybody does a good job. Nobody's open. And down goes Deshaun Watson. So let's see. I believe we just rushed 4. Had to be a stunt because Edwards came around. Well, not a stunt, but a game. And it is. Quinn is ripping inside. Pinning outside. Wide open. Dude, it blows my mind how professional offensive lines cannot handle twists and stunts. It absolutely blows my mind. This is literally the same stuff you work in high school. All right, 3rd and 8, fourth quarter. Let's see. We're up big at this point, 36-7. So one of the money downs, even though it's 4th down territory. See, we got 2 people. We rushed 4. We had the 2 interior guys standing up. Good initial blocks. 2 routes. So this is kind of 3. The tight end and the running back come out late, but initially it's just these 3 routes. And these 2 are going to run into each other. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but that brought all that to each other. And then on this side, I can't see who that is. That's not Cal Fuller. That's 22. Did someone get hurt or did they just bring backups in? Either way, I believe that's Tolliver, 22. And does a good job on that route there, which was really the only option at that point because the other 2 routes ran into each other. All right, so let's see it from the end zone. So that's Hicks and Edwards. Yeah, I don't know what. I'm going to tell you what. Almost every time I see Hicks, it seems like he's not doing the stunt, and I don't get why. Like, even this effort that he does would be much more efficient if he does the stunt, because Edwards is going to crash. And so Hicks roll out. He takes forever. And he's still like tangled up. Like you could have just, and again, as I said last week, I 100% believe that's supposed to be a twist because there's no way that Edwards is crashing that hard into the gap. And then they just clean up the sack. Watson tried to do his best. So 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter, heading into the red zone. Got a straight drop back, flat route, vert route, out, post. And again, pretty covered. Nowhere to really go. Yeah, our backups in. So we rush 4. Edwards just whoops this man. I told y'all earlier, again, Texans, not great, but told y'all earlier, as far as pass rushing upfield, I think Edwards is our best interior player. So he shakes him at the beginning, quick swim, hands off, turns the shoulder, feet to the quarterback. That's beautiful. That's good quick pressure. All right, that's it. And like I said, it's nothing downfield. There's really nothing downfield. It ain't like Deshaun's holding the ball and waiting for something to clear. Is really nothing there. And that happens to a lot of quarterbacks. I'm telling you, this, as I said in the recap, this film looks just like a lot of quarterbacks that we've played. And it's not just us, it's any team. People don't realize coverage wins a lot more than pass rush. Like Khalil Mack especially, but all these other pass rushers with the exception of AD, Aaron Donald. But everybody else, they talk so much about them. And the truth is, most of the time the coverage is getting them the sacks. So there's that. If you don't think that your coverage and your leverage and everything doesn't have to work correctly, just see a guy like Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes, and they'll show you exactly how quickly they could nullify your pass rush. So you have to be able to do certain things with the secondary in order to get that type of pass rush. So as far as us, Edwards was a great move. Mack and Roquan on the safety was good work, but really it was the same typical stuff. I think coverage held up, and that's just ended up in the sack. So anyway, that's it. Go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.